Is this the week of overtime into washes? That's the big question. Lynn Vision coming out on top in the second overtime of Overpots. Not quite as absurd as what we saw from Rear Atom and GR, but even so, it'd be interesting to see what exactly they can bring to the table in Shin, as myself and Michael Yumi Cassidy will be taking you through the action.
Yes, thank you very much. I am here with you, in fact.
Yeah.
Oof. And Wenzi was all alone. No one with him on that fight, missing out his chance. Had the dualies, but those are swiftly recovered by the opponents. G as well, fully flashed up. Kate is as well, doesn't see a damn thing, and now his teammates are getting wrapped in the bomb site. So this aggro play here from CR falls flat.
Well, you'll have to see the effort at least, I guess.
It's the thought that counts.
If only. I do a lot of thinking, but I don't do a lot of counting, unfortunately.
Huh.
Frisk and Kira want to see if they can get some digits up, even if it is just their kills and not the round itself. Unfortunately, the digits they've gotten up so far are the deaths, as they will be on a 0 kills across a lot of them, except for Ruben, as Lynn Vision come through swimmingly in that first round.
Yeah, listen, I mean, when you start off the round like that, 3 players B, and you've got a plan on how to counteract cave control, and everything pretty much goes wrong, you do just kind of have to shrug your shoulders and just go, well, this is pretty much over. So, yeah, not a whole lot that they could have done to recover that round. Sure, they were still trying their darndest, but it's just almost impossible. Sorry, coming into this without even making an investment. Saw the dualies and was like, yeah, that'll do. And hell, you can certainly see why. Double headshots, and in fact finding Kate as well. He's yeah, he's looking good, man. Oh.
Well, maybe this was the problem Sorry had in Overpass, Michael. He was trying to buy guns.
Didn't have enough guns.
True. Wow. Really goes to show you. Counter-Strike is such a complex and deep game. More guns means more kills.
Yeah, usually. Also, smokes float. There you go.
Makes sense, there's a lot of gas inside them.
Yeah, I know, but they are also still made of metal, so, you know, there's
maybe it's like a tin can. Depends on what metal it is. Scientifically, all I can say is that Amelia is a health hazard to anyone who's looking blue on the map right now.
Yeah, might have had metal on his head, but it won't prevent bullets from piercing through it. Zacher, smoke towards Donut. Kate will actually get behind it. No, in fact, Cheat's ahead of it, and that's trying to catch him with nades out. They line up, and Kate a double. Kira as well set up for success, because that was a bait switch, and Kira will succeed with 3. Fantastic work from Kate to set up Kira to just close this round out.
Well, that's about as successful as the first round can get on the gun round.
Yeah, starting 3A, basically. You know, having one player forward, that's really what led Lynn to think that A site was more vulnerable. Typically you see maybe even 3B starts and then resetting back towards that A site. We've seen more teams play with like 2A instead of fighting for mid control heavy on CT sides recently because of the spawns being pulled back. But really nice adaptation. This time the flashes actually catching teammates on the Lynn side, but they get a counter kill over at B. Ruben taking ground, all while they're trying to take space through middle. This is a little bit of a weird situation here for CR, because now they've got access towards this B bomb site, but Cave still taken over by Wenzi, but it's still back and forth trades, and Lynn had a man advantage to kick this off.
Wenzi's been forced over the Molotovs, so at the very least they can get the bomb planted over here as well. No bullet spam to come through. Kate's found 2 again, and that leaves Westmelon to be alone. He's been fantastic in the clutches, but with the smoke down on the bomb, Kate is going to be the only person who can actually... No, they don't put the smoke on the bomb. They let it lean past, and Westmelon's got a real chance over here. Secondary smoke's been recovered from the ground, and Westmelon knows he needs to try and go back and see if he can get the spam, and indeed, at least he gets the tag, but not quite the frag. No! Right at the nick of time, the defuse comes through.
Oh, man. That was so close. Both of his bursts right on the money, but just a half second, a hair's width too late on the timing. Oh, that is gutting. Westmelon could have stolen that round right from under CR Gaming, but good recognition. You know, that smoke going too deep in at ramp, I thought they would just get caught off by it, thinking that they would have enough safety behind it, maybe even hard clearing on one of the players, but they made extra sure that Westmelon couldn't see a damn thing, had to blind guess it. Sorry as well, floored at the start of this round. Again, unable to establish that fast mid control. Tees can work just one player there these days because of the changing of those spawns, but missing utility over on A. They've smoked themselves off. The Westmelon still moves ahead of it. Kira unsuccessful on his kills, but Kate just cannot stop getting double kills.
I am concerned for Lynn Vision. It feels like they're just being magnetized to Kate's bullets, and finally the man does end up falling. Wenzy and Ruben. Of course, if anyone's wondering, the Ruben that you need to see on the map is the one in the middle, not the one on the A-bomb side. That's not a Ruben at all, actually. Tree and Zaka. Not really feeling comfortable to get the bomb planted just quite yet. Remember, Zaka has revealed the fact that the bomb was here earlier on when he got the kill, so it's not quite a guarantee that it hasn't rotated away just yet. However, with the smoke now deployed out for Donut, they will be looking to commit. Ruben's not got the best of weapons to try and spray through the smoke, so Wenzy needs to find the frag, and as they start to lean back over, he has been found out instead. And it is Ruben on the 1 versus 2. MP9 to push through. There's maybe some room to be found, and he's made noise. G's discovered him as well on the fadeaway. Up and recovered. Ruben trying to go for the kill with a quick scope forward, but instead will be forced away. The CT forced to save, maybe.
Yeah. No, he knows this is a done deal. No kit, so separated, and this is just almost impossible to go through. He does recover a kit, but he's made his mind up. Getting the kill on G actually could incentivize him to go for this. I mean, the bomb was just planted pretty freshly, and the fact that he has a kit opens up a larger window of opportunity. Zacher, don't let your guard down. One-on-one. Ruben's loud about his rotate. Only 20 HP, though, and even though it's not lined up for a spam, Zacher could certainly cut him out of the round. Yeah, Ruben, a dead man walking, and Zacher doesn't hesitate, doesn't overthink it. They will convert that round. A great call from Lynn to just simply cut sound, freeze in place. CR were playing very defensive in the remaining 2 angles, even though Ruben was trying to be proactive, you know, clearing through mid and linking up with his teammate over at A. They realized that there actually was the potential for them to even reset back towards, through T spawn, back towards B. So they had to somewhat split up and consider that possibility. And during that sort of dropping of the guard, that's when Lynn re-execute with a smoke and just take over spawn.
Wenzy. Oh. Does want to take the aggressive angle, and of course they're going to know exactly where he's playing in from, but yeah. No, I do love the call from Lynn Vision over there. It's just a reminder that these guys can get some really high-level mid-round calling as well going in for them if it's getting into a 2vx situation. Ruben, though, closing the distance. 5-7 after Wenzy as well will be taken down. Ruben can't find a frag, otherwise things could have gotten interesting if they had set up risk for success over on this B-bomb site.
And listen, we've been saying that Kate's been able to get so many multi-kills. At some point or another, he won't be in the right spots to succeed every round. And, you know, that has to start to plague you a little bit if you're a CR. Like, if Kate's not in the right spot, can anybody else have the same level of influence that he's had thus far? You know, it doesn't feel like it's sustainable to just get 2-3 kills a round.
Oh my god.
I thought he was hidden.
Yeah. I think he did as well, Michael.
Dodged the flash and then all of a sudden popped his melon.
One versus 4. One of those multi-kills would be quite nice over here, even if it is just to do some damage. Come on, Kate. You know you've got it in you. Nah, never mind.
I will miss Cat, or Kate rather, on Cat Evil. Felt like he was, you know, he's more than half of the name.
What is Cat Evil without Kate?
Yeah, Vil. And maybe this is his villain arc. Entering this game with 9 kills, but even with that, hasn't been able to win every one of these rounds. Lynn hot off the trot, and Kate does have a Zeus at the very least. And that would be a very upsetting way to lose a weapon. Kate inside of the smoke will miss his chance. Westmelon was barreling, jumping around, and Kate couldn't quite adjust his aim in time. How are you supposed to track that one through smoke?
I'm curious to see whether we actually do get a round or two with G opting on the T side later on. It's obviously not something that was heavily prioritized for plan success. A few times we saw it in Overcross, but I wouldn't mind some variation to be brought in.
I think it depends on how much of an issue it's going to be dealing with the AWP of CR. You know, I feel like this is a map where you actually, you know, can kind of address an AWP with an AWP. But considering they're having so much success on, you know, keeping pace high and actually punishing some of these sort of aggressive plays from CR, you know, they won't feel pressured to pick up that AWP until there's greater resistance from CR, basically.
There's also the fact that Risk is 0-7, so there's no need to counter out the AWP with an AWP just yet.
Yeah, well, he's not really had the AWP. I think he's had it 1 round thus far, and
yes.
Yeah, didn't find anything.
Full execute out towards the B-bomb set as they're looking to accelerate. Ruben is burning. Ruben is, however, still covered off by Risk, so the trade for his death is there, and it's a 4-on-2. He's already gotten 1 kill for himself. G gets a freebie, so Risk is gone, and 2 players being nearby. It has to be Westmelon who tries to make work of this, but with the Mac-10, it's not the ideal weapon for it. Gwenzy's still taken down. No head armor will certainly do something to you. And that will be the case now. Back to a 2-on-2 from an initial 4-on-2 advantage. Westmelon as well, trying to close the distance, and G's there for the trade. A full minute left, and now he's aware of Kira to maybe be coming in from behind. Kira's, of course, been anchoring out the A-bomb site, so G's got a pretty good idea on what is possible in this situation. They might end up working away from each other, and G's got the timing to perfection. Kira's out of earshot as well. G's gone for the full gun over to A site and looking to get the plant soon as well. No reason to delay. G has got all the map control in the world.
Yeah, Kira's just now piecing it together that he could have gone back through cave. That timing sucks for him, and now G could be absolutely anywhere. It's planted open, exposed to temple, even towards A main, but Donut at least cannot be one of his post-plant positions. Kira doesn't have a kit either.
Not quite the best of positions to come through from G, but he should still be A-okay as Kira's looking away from him, and Kira nade out. G will be heavily tagged out by it, but there's no chance that the defuse actually comes through. G's just running circles around the bomb site, and this 4-on-2 has turned out to be disastrous. CR Gaming unable to capitalize and even lose out their last man.
Damn. I mean, Kira's rotate was perfect, aside from preventing a eventual A-side finish. Hard to read. You know, he could have pushed through CT spawn as well to have made it through the A side. That's one of the risks of going through on the flank, but didn't even consider that he could have made his way out through cave. And yeah, that's ultimately that one decision, you know, not to maybe even play it slower or even just bunker down, wait for that bomb to go down. But it comes back to cost them that round. Nice kill through smoke. Starry spamming right through, but those pistols will still collect on a kill. Westmelon even finding one before the smoke flew in his face. But kills through smoke across the board. Finally, Amelia gets to see his opponent before they drop.
Nice to meet you. Ah, you're dead.
Has made noise. I think Kira should be conscious of the fact that there's a player inside a temple. You see, I think Risk is kind of holding off for it.
This could end up working out poorly for them, actually. If Kira's able to set himself up with a quick double kill with a 5-7, assuming that they're not expecting a player to the back of the B bombs, to the A bomb site,
they should anticipate this.
I mean, at this timing, though, you never know. There is at least a smoke to be gray screening him out, so you'll have to try and work around it. G's not got the best of weapons either, and the bomb can be denied, so a freebie found. Kira can't get the second. Those Zaka's there to cover, and there's more than enough time, but there's also a little bit of risk to the round. As the man is trying to stay in from behind, and Wenzy's got an AK as well. Risk needs at least the one, but just not connecting, and Wenzy, sure, he finds the first, but the bomb can be planted very soon away from him. No risk to be taken whatsoever. Wenzy now alone in a one-on-one that Westmelon is forced to come out on top of. So a couple of missed calls, but more importantly, a couple of missed deals. Give CR a chance, but again, just can't capitalize.
Yeah, really nice try there from Wenzy. You know, he losing all his presence on the bomb site was unideal, and I didn't think they were going to be caught out by the position of risk with the 5-7, but a very weird smoke kind of in the middle of the bomb site, especially the Molotov through to CT. I feel like if they'd swapped that util, they would have almost certainly had a better time of it, but yeah, that's, I guess, all in hindsight. I don't know if that's where the intended targets were in the first place. But Wenzy almost makes that round fall in the way of CR. Oh, Kate trying to use the Molotov as a bit of a shroud for him getting aggressive through ledge. But Wenzy couldn't link up with him. I'm only sectioning him off. Oh, God. They are getting trounced here on Ancient.
That's a nice way of saying it. They're getting schooled, wrecked, brutalized, demolished, sat down upon.
Wenzy still holds on to Cave, but this round is a term that, you know, the Aussies were trying to teach you recently. Pretty cooked.
I refuse to adopt this.
That's fine. It's okay to have no bad colloquialism. As I've adopted a few, so.
They are hunting Kira and Risk. At the very least, the players to come out from D-spawn are way too far off for Risk to be viably threatened, as long as he does say, alright Kira, you can die, but I will live. And unfortunately, he won't, actually. This is why you should stay with your friends and your brothers, guys. You should not abandon them in their time of need.
Yeah, we can't even get, like, silver linings here for CR in these rounds, and, you know, as many people would maybe detest the idea of saving being a silver lining, it still would have given them a much better shot at winning this round. It's just not looking too hot. And, you know, this is where on CT side, or when we reflect on Overpass, we had some, you know, nice targeted CT side aggression, whether it was Risk on his AWP or, well, I guess Risk doing much of anything, really.
Yeah.
But you know, they had moments where, like, Ruben and Wenzy, and maybe even Kate would get involved in, you know, taking over short water control or even contesting deep fountain. You know, this is where we need to find some level of counteraction. The problem is for CR, though, is that they tried to get aggressive from the jump on CT sides, and Lynn are very, very high-guarded about the way that they approach this default because of the fact that they've been put on notice basically in the opening 1 to 4 rounds. You know, it's why I think a lot of teams advocate for a lot of a slower start and then mixing in aggression later on. You know, it makes it a little bit more difficult to anticipate. Especially when Lynn have been so successful playing these slow defaulty rounds. There's no reason for them to sort of stray away from this kind of a setup, regardless of the buy they're up against.
Nothing to be found at the back of the booth, and as the smoke starts to dissipate, Kira's position does give them at least one kill, even if it is swiftly traded. Wenzy's fully blinded. Just missed with the timing by a millisecond. Otherwise, could have been a kill or two.
Star will be apologizing to Amelia after this round. And may even apologize to his team. Another missed chance, and Zacher caught in the back. 14 HP remaining, and these pistols are doing a whole lot of damage. G just trying to bounce his way out of the bullets. Westmelon, this kill will define how this round plays out. The Shreddy's players are weakened. Oh god, no, G actually can't get across with the bomb, and he's getting flanked. Kate in from behind, so bomb dropped, and now Westmelon has a sight, but no bomb.
Silver linings were asked for, and they have been delivered so far. Westmelon will be able to move back in and get the bomb plant down pretty safely. There's no way for them to at least deny it. At least you think that. But now strafing around the corner. Ruben's given up his life initially. Kate as well out there in the back. Westmelon's going to be forced to commit to the bomb plant. Kate is being very worried about the idea that he could have let go of it as well. Westmelon is just undefeatable in these anti-eco rounds. That is now the second that he has guaranteed for the team. Lynn Vision up to 9. But CR, how many rounds has it been that it just feels like they're on the cusp of stealing away?
Yeah, I mean that's a moment where Westmelon's schooling them. You know, I wasn't sure if I agree with your previous usage of schooling, but that was Westmelon showing that if you're going to swing, if you're going to commit, at least do it together. Giving me 1v1s, that's too easy. That's light work. But yeah, a few close affairs that Shaoran could have certainly closed out on. But they are getting picked apart. Nice little boost here for Risk to take a bit of an awkwarder deep angle here with that AWP, but the flashes are good. Actually, not a boost, sorry.
Oh. Risk is able to dodge out the flash for him. Maybe something to be delivered with the secondary flash, though. Is only going to be good for the one sacker, and Starry tried out evenly. It is right back to a 3-on-3. The spam is fantastic to give them the advantage. And remember, Starry's nowhere nearby, so Westmelon is effectively all alone on the wrong side again.
Look at him go.
My man's got himself a doctorate. He is a professor right now, Michael. Kira trying to circle around and see if he can get the flank in, but now he's got too many players to contend with. Starry, even if he goes down, Westmelon's there to try and pick up the pieces. And of course he does. It feels like it is just a guarantee. You put this man in a 1-on-1, 1-on-2, 1-on-3, he gets it done.
Even when his teammates, it feels like the less teammates Westmelon has, the more sharp he looks. You know, like he's distributing his powers and he's suddenly reattaining them all in one go. Because as soon as they're in some sort of a deficit, God, does this man just look lightning sharp on all the fights. He's just so honed in on each duel.
Dude,
definitely been the most impressive on this map.
He's been ridiculous so far. 17-4. And super high impact kills.
Yeah.
In so many saving graces with his names on them. Kira trades out. I feel like with the deagles and the pistols, I know what the formula is. The formula is that they bring it down to just Westmelon and they lose. Let's see whether they can try and chain things up a bit more, though.
Somehow you got to kill Westmelon first.
You're asking for a bit much here.
Somehow.
Well, formula initiated. Ruben recovers the AK as well, and now he's going through for the flank. They're aware that they are very much on a timer. Westmelon leans in. He gets himself the first one. Kill Westmelon first, you said? He's got bodyguard. Zacher will not let that happen, and you're right back in an advantage. 3-on-2. Both players trying to come in on the flank.
He was a hair's width of shooting his teammate in the back of the head as well, but Westmelon is just so damn sharp right now. Coming on this flank, a flash can line up for Kira to try and take some space, but flash is partially blinding him up. They didn't do it too much, and Westmelon just cuts them down. It's between him and Zacher that they get all the kills collected, and that's been kind of the story for quite a few of these rounds. Look at them go, 19 and 16 kills apiece. CR, I mean, I don't know what you do, because you just cannot stop this relentless aggression, even when you have advantages. Just getting picked apart.
It's just the role changers, man. Westmelon and Zacher, you make them uncomfortable, and that's where they thrive. Apparently. Good for one. Kate's there to pick it up as well, and right down middle, Kate's gone for the full push through. Westmelon is dead, but at least Zacher's still alive, but no. No one can replace Westmelon. Absolutely not. How dare I even suggest it?
That looked much more like what we saw on Overpass, you know, a nice concerted effort to link up with 3 players aggressing through middle, you know, 2 on mid floor, 1 sort of rendezvousing through ledge, I guess via ledge. And yeah, Lynn just got completely shut down on what is an aggressive mid play. You know, CR haven't been able to contest in that area too frequently. They've maybe found Starry being hyper aggressive. Lynn have been playing slower rounds as of late, but a nice way to change up the CT setup as Lynn were trying to change the pace themselves. One man execute being lined up here by Emilia. All these smokes in a corner, and it will be a bit staggered, a bit slow to bloom, but given the long travel time on these smokes, Lynn are still able to execute nice and calmly. There is a Molotov at their feet that will stop them in place, but Risk is smoked off, as is Kira, so there's actually no real foothold here for the CTs on the site.
T's have also not really gotten much space out, and with the smokes on the verge of dissipating, this bomb plant will not be the easiest. CT smokes already gone down and out. There's a deep Molotov to prevent them from proceeding through. Risk will discover one. Westmelon once again down and out, and that has been this story for success for them so far. Maybe it can be another one to be written. Wenzi, oh, the back of the first kill does look to accelerate in as well. Emilia delayed to the party, and Zacher is all alone. A 1-on-3, which he's got simply nothing to offer up in. And Michael, you did offer up the solution. Seems like they're ready to take it. Westmelon dead, and round 1 from CRG. The question is, can they bring it together in the second half as well on the T side? A little bit more difficult, but we'll find out soon.
There's fire in the atmosphere, moving in synergy, this electricity, the power of the pioneers, tearing through history, this is our destiny. We are the power, we are the change, we are the pioneers of paradise of fame. We push you louder like hurricanes. We are the pioneers, we are the pioneers.
Welcome back. CR Gaming seem to have found some sort of solution to the domination of Lynn Vision, which is just kill Westmelon. Think that solution applies on T side, Michael?
It'll be harder to address that. You know, Westmelon is a pretty proactive player. He likes to bounce around, but give him middle responsibilities at the very least in this pistol. And there is at least one set of nades still available here for CR. One molly, one smoke, but that means that they need to use that to get the plant. And Kate's already found the head of G. Doesn't expect a second player inside a donut, though, so Amelia can capitalize. Back to 4-on-4.
Kate's been a good hand so far, but Amelia now comes through with some big cons. And two of them, in fact, will end up falling. But will they expect a third player? No, of course they don't. Even if Zacher might have made a little bit of noise, it would have been very difficult to understand with all the chaos going on around the server. And 12th fan for Lynn Vision make it look easy.
Every single one of those kills being found by dualies, so very nice investment for Lynn to have found that. Starry does actually buy up his own gun in this round. Surprised that Zacher didn't just drop his dualies over to him, to be quite honest. Starry seemed comfortable enough with just pistols. It is crazy to think Westmelon is the oldest guy on this team, he's the in-game leader, and he's also been fragging the hardest on this roster as far as the second map is concerned. But you can't underestimate pistols. Not when they are all barreling at you. G found out the hard way that you have to treat them with a bit of respect at the very least, but it doesn't get out of hand for Lynn.
Well, let's wait and see whether or not CR can actually find some success earlier on before they've effectively already lost the game. It's gonna be nearly impossible, to be fair, to actually bring things back in on the T side of Ancient, down 4-13. But yeah, if we see Risk maybe coming up a little bit more so, getting closer to his dominant self from Overpass and the like as well, maybe there's a world where they do still have a chance to bring things together. Kira's found an opening only to be opened up himself.
Gee, smoke will be a little late, and Molly will greet him. Oh, actually, no, dispersed by the smoke that CR themselves have thrown. But a second one will land at the feet of G, and so he's flushed out into the open. Starry is well segmented off by utility, and while the Molly will sail out from Zacher, will not be enough to deny the plant. Oy, oy, oy. That's an unfortunate burst and unfortunate timing there for Starry to break off of that ledge. And, well, the two highest fraggers, the two heroes of Lynn as far as this map's concerned, they've decided this round isn't it for them.
Sit down, Starry. You're not doing anything anyway. Go back
Everybody,
being a
literally
star.
everybody else on 10 kills. Both of these two on 21.
At least they are not alone, is all I can say.
I do wonder if Lynn continue to find success. You know, obviously they're not participant to the last major of Counter-Strike, but they will have ESL Pro League. You know, they missed out on Melbourne, they missed out on Rio. They've had chances, and you know this was before the roster moves happened in bringing in G. I do wonder whether we'll start to consider them as, you know, one of these squads, you know, almost akin to Heroic, where, you know, there's all these different players that can kind of pop off, and you don't really know which one is going to have a great game or not, because it feels like with Zacher changing his hand to a rifle, you know, he could always be a secondary AWPer as well for this team. You know, you have G, you have Zacher. G might not even be the best AWPer on the squad, so it's kind of crazy that they have this much depth added to them, even though this round isn't looking the most likely. Oh no, oh dear, oh goodness. They run through smoke to trade. And G, they didn't know he was coming in deep B. I thought for sure they'd be able to sweep this one under the rug. This was a pretty deep, committed half investment here from Lynn. They still floated some cash, but now Ruben's left in a clutch, a 1-on-2 to keep them at least in winning ways in the second half.
Well, the progression of oh no, oh dear to oh god seems to be pretty much fitting to what's going on over here now. Ruben's not been having the best game so far either. It seems like no one has from CR outside of Kate, but he needs to pull out a big round. Bomb tapped out. He's not aware at all. Oh, this is the freest kill they've ever had. G with the triple to come into it the second. We have to ask that, hey, is he the best opera? Is he this? No. G's got this. G's all right. A couple of hiccups here and there, sure, but 5-7, AK, he's got it all.
I mean, just think about how well that round panned out for Lynn on a low buy when we saw CR try and set up for aggressive maneuvers like that at B so frequently, but I don't think did we ever see like an entrance to B smoke when they were doing it? I felt like we saw like a molly, maybe a flash, but it was only 1 or 2 pieces of utility, but that was actually far more orchestrated from Lynn, and yeah, CR just look a little out of their depth. You know, I think I said the same thing for GR when they were against Rare Atom yesterday. You know, GR Gaming Russian squad, not CR Gaming. And you know, I feel like I have to make that clarity because I say it so quick. But yeah, you just look at these kills. It just looks so simple.
I don't think anyone would have been surprised to see that Lynn Vision is the better team going into this one, but just such a repeat from yesterday,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I mean, just such a hard-fought map 1. And then it just, the roof comes crashing down.
Arguably, both maps choked out as well in some ways. You know, first map overpass, it only goes to overtime because they lose to a half buy. Not a half buy, but like a force buy with Galils.
Yeah.
Similarly, yesterday versus Rare Atom. GR had a lot of good chances to close out, but unfortunately just couldn't capitalize. Kira and Risk. All they've really got left, and maybe Kira's big openings could give them something. Zaka doesn't get the response either, and Kira's the one with the bombs. He has to be very careful. Third kill found. Kira had some big magic moments when he was anchoring out of the A bomb site. Good to see him getting involved over here as well. Huge triple, and Lynn might have actually given them a route back into the round.
Still full belt on Amelia, and a smoke that Starry has himself, so they can actually section off both short and long.
Risk seems to be much more concerned about the player coming in from later on. Both the utility pieces deployed. There's a big gap in that one as well. Starry is waiting for them to push through and try and find it. No, Emilia is the one to get the kill. Michael, I got scared as well. Sorry, didn't get the spray transfer in through the smoke, but regardless, they do end up taking the round play.
Yeah, they were just ready to fight. As soon as they tapped that bomb, they knew that CR had to do something because they had all that extra utility. The fact that Amelia is able to hold on to all of that full belt for the longest time, you know, isn't scared about, you know, some kind of a lurk through the A side of the map or having to throw a flash for his teammates to try and, you know, clear things out. You know, just kind of face checked everything. And then when he comes in on that flank, they just have too much for CR to do anything about.
Ruben. Good for the one. G does end up trading it out, though.
Very risky.
And now Lynn Vision are already trying to congregate back over towards the A-bomb site. Wenzi. Oh, beautiful frag. Zaka is just very much in his element right now. Westmelon as well might be smoked off, but it's just Kara that he has to try and deal with. G's trying to come in for the flank as well. G gets the kill that might as well seal the deal. Kate all alone. He's been a good hand, but not good enough. Westmelon can shut him down. Lynn Vision to guarantee themselves the second map and the series with it. Does look a bit trying, a bit testing over and overpass, but you know what? Lynn Vision's A-okay.